Welcome to our studio, guys. It's Sample Agency, and today I am not even going to make any intros because, as you know, Serum 2 is out now, and after 11 years of waiting, this is a complete revolution in sound design and music industry in general. And before I'm going to open Serum 2 in Ableton, really fast and small announcement about our new pack Hard Dance Riot, which was already made for Serum 2, and we included 50 premium presets with 8 macros attached, as well as 334 one-shots, loops and MIDI files. You can get it on our website sample.agency, as well as many other packs that will flawlessly work together. And it's very important to mention that from today you can buy different parts of packs separately, starting from only €4, and that includes MIDI, vocal loops and effects, bass and music loops and one-shots, drum loops and one-shots, and also Serum preset pack, which will be only $14.90. And reminding you one more time that those presets already include all the new features that are built into Serum 2. And since it's only been a couple of days after the release of Serum 2, it's completely safe to say that this is the best Serum 2 expansion that you can find at the moment. And here it is, Serum 2 in all its beauty, and it's already looking a bit scary because now it has 3 oscillators instead of 2, and completely renovated effects section with new modules, as well as completely new mixer. Also here you can see 8 macros instead of 4 in Serum 1, and finally Arpeggiator and clip player. And I want to make sure that we'll take a look into all different possibilities that we can do now in Serum 2. So let's make a complete lead preset from scratch, and let's start from the first oscillator. Here you can already see new wavetable section, and there are a lot of new and interesting wavetables resampled from vintage synthesizers and created from scratch while experimenting with different waveforms. Of course, we still have wavetables from Serum 1 just in case. So let's choose one from the new wavetables. The next update I want to talk about is a new warp section, and now you can apply 2 different warp modes for one oscillator. Also, there are some additions to warping mode like distortion, quantize, odd and even harmonics. Set the unison to 16 and detune to about 2 o'clock for the classic hard dance screech sound. Copy OSC-A to OSC-B to keep the same waveform and change the tune slightly. For the third oscillator I want something different, and this is the next part of the update. And now we can use not only wavetable but multiple samples or just a basic one-shot, as well as granular or spectral synthesis. So let's select sample, and now we have both tonal and non-tonal samples, so you can choose brass, flute or piano if you want to recreate a live instrument, or just to select a non-tonal noise if you want to layer it with a wavetable. Also important to mention that we still have a separate noise oscillator, and it still be very useful for basic noise sounds, but I'm going to keep it off for now because I'm going to do all the magic in the processing section, which I'm going to show you later. And the sub oscillator still here as well, so to keep it simple, everything that was in Serum 1 still present in Serum 2. And the best part, guys, is that all the Serum 1 presets will flawlessly work in Serum 2, and all you need to do is just to open them in new Serum. And look at this, guys. This is our all Serum 1 preset packs, and they appear in Serum 2 with no problem. So if you worry about the presets that you purchased earlier or want to buy old packs to use with new Serum, this is what you can do easily. New update also features new filter types, and if you want to come up with some unpredictable sound combinations, you need to definitely try them out. A couple of words about the mix section, where you can adjust the volume and pan of the sounds, as well as send them to buses. And here you can also do the adjustments to the filter section. And now let's go to the biggest part of update that I was waiting the most, and it's completely remade effects section with a lot of new modules that I want to show you right now. And let's start from the first one. Bode is the frequency shifter, and is going to put your sound higher or lower in the frequency spectrum. You can mix the shifted sound with the original one, change the width and the range of the frequency shifting, as well as completely blur the sound. The next one is Convolve, and it's definitely my favorite. Basically, the convolution works the same way as reverb, but the difference is that convolution uses live impulse responses of different rooms and instruments. So if you are going to design your own live sounds like pianos, different keys and strings, this module will come in handy. Also, there are some interesting and kinda weird impulses like laptop speaker and different guitar cabinets, so you can easily add coloration to the sound as well if you don't don't want to change the sound completely. In our case, to make the sound wider, I'm going to apply some whole reverb. All the effects are still there as well if you want them, but now let's go to splitters, because this is where the things come really interesting. And if you were ever dreaming to split your processing into different frequencies, your dreams finally came true. If you want to apply some compression on low, some equalization on mids and some saturation on highs, this is exactly what you can do right now. Just make sure to select the correct crossover points so all the processing you are doing blends nicely together. In this case, I'm going to use only low and high split to enhance some high frequencies without touching the lows. And now we are going to apply a compressor and one more compressor, and this wasn't possible in the earlier versions of Serum, so as you can guess, now you can use a couple of same modules instead of one, and for our preset I'm going to use both single and multi-band compression. The same trick for sure can be applied for different situations. As example, I want to use a couple of different EQ curves and taking into consideration only 2 bands in EQ module. This was a problem earlier, but not now. For this preset I am going to add some air as well as some body in the mid frequencies. And then adding one more EQ to make low mids cleaner. Of course, don't forget to add all the 8 macros later if you like to change your sound often. Final touch to the processing will be even some more reverb and a little bit of delay. Reverb module also got a small update, and now we have 5 different reverb types instead of 2. So make sure to try them all out, but plate reverb still works the best for this type of sounds because of its wide sound. Now you have access to all your effects in the mix section, so you can clearly see what processing your sound has. And now it's time to write a catchy melody, and let's go to the MIDI editor in Serum. Yes, you heard it correct, because now you can create your own melodies in Serum without even going to your DAW. And to implement that you have 2 different options like Arpeggiator and Clip Editor. Arpeggiator is created for more simple melodies, however there is a lot of customization for it and really everything to make simple but unique melodies. But I want to go even further, so now let's go to Clip Editor, and guys, you can't even imagine how many possibilities are there, because you can even drag and drop our MIDI-s into the Serum and now it will play with no need to drag them into Ableton. And this is exactly what I am going to do right now. Also, you can record into Serum your own melodies with MIDI keyboard, as well as save a couple of different melodies into one place for your needs. And since our preset is ready, all we need to do is just to press play. Just wow, these are a lot of updates, guys, and the main goal was to go through all of them as fast as possible, so I really hope I didn't miss anything, and if I did, please let us know down in the comments what features you want us to explain in more details, and we will do a second part of Serum walkthrough and show you even more interesting sound design tricks and even more different features. And the number one thing we are going to do right now is to continue to produce the Serum packs, but now with using all the possible features in Serum too. So remember about our website sample.agency, where you can get Serum 2 preset packs as well as older packs that will also work in new version of Serum. Also, you can preview other sounds from the pack like drums, music, bass and vocal loops. So stay tuned with the new releases, because we are going to max out Serum 2 in completely new and unpredictable ways, so you wouldn't be limited at all when it comes to sound design and creating music. But that's all for today, so put thumbs up on this video and let us know if you have any questions and write them below the video. See you next time, peace.